Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my video, and today I'll be doing a first parts look and an overview of parts that come with this GB-X210 kit. I want to take a quick second here to interrupt and apologize for my voice throughout the video. I'm currently going through a cold, so that's why I sound a little bit different. So this is a parts kit for a hobby grade quadcopter. Obviously, some pretty good parts in here that came from GearBest.com. So thank you for sending this in to review. And I'll be in this video doing an overview of all the parts and what I think of them, and just if they're a good part for this build, my opinion on them real quick. And then in the next videos, I will be doing full build videos on this. Showing you the soldering and just how everything goes together. And then I'll be doing the beta flight setup, as well as taking out for flights and reviews and the general stuff. So let's just get into the parts here, and we'll start with the frame. Alright, so here we are up close with the frame, and it comes in this nice bag to keep everything together. It looks like there's a lot in here, so let's take a look. Looks like we have probably a double-sided sticky tape here for a top plate for the battery, as well as some foam, maybe landing, I'm not quite sure. Here's a couple more pieces. Once again, when I do the build videos, I'll go over more of that. Then we've got a GEP-RC power distribution board right here. So let's check this out. Looks like it's a pretty simple power distribution board, and it has 5 and 12 volt regulators on here. So that's really nice to help power some different things, as well as protect from voltage spikes. So that's great. It's got a little Xt60 connector at the end here. And it looks like it supports 25 amps per output. It's 2-ounce copper, 4-layer board. Doesn't say how many volts it takes. Probably, I'm assuming, up to 6x. So that's pretty nice here. And it comes with actually, GEP-RC, a bunch of stickers. I might put some of them on the frame, who knows. And then this is interesting here. What the heck is this? Okay, so this actually, if you look at the bag it just came in, it says the GEP-RC LED, and it has control, so this actually must fit into the frame somewhere. Yeah, look, it says it's probably powered by 5 volts. It's got a little switch here, maybe probably turn it on and off, and it looks like it fits into the frame with these little notches. And then it has how many LEDs? 5 LEDs on each side that are programmable. And here's some nice silicone wires. They are silicone, not plastic. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's awesome. I didn't know this had LEDs with it. Then here's some more parts to the frame, once again in plastic. And here's some hardware, and if you look at these are like not serrated, but they're grooved standoffs, which is really nice. And then as well as we have some gold screws hardware, obviously not real gold, but gold colored, as well as some standoffs and a little rubber O-ring for the battery cable. So that's really nice. Gold hardware is going to look awesome. Put this back into view. And then we have a quick little one-page instruction manual on how this fits together here. If you can see that, hopefully it's not really showing up. So that's pretty cool. So let's take a closer look at what is in this frame bag here. Alright, so in this next bag we have another piece of, looks like foam tape. That's probably to hold your battery or something to do with that. Got 4 little foam landing pads for the arms, which is really nice because sometimes you have to buy these. They're not included, and they're kind of expensive if you buy them by themselves. We've got 5 zip ties here, which will be nice to hold things down. Video transmitter, LEDs, ESCs, whatever you need them for. It's nice they give you a couple. And then here we have a GEP-RC branded battery strap, and this is actually pink, which is interesting. So we have that here, and it's got a nice rubberized back to it. Looks pretty good quality, feels pretty good quality. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it because it's pink, but actually I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It's nice they include it. It looks like a pretty decent one to me. Sewing looks nice up here. It's got 4 rows of sewing there, so that's good. So lastly, let's finally get into the main base plate of the frame here and just take a general look at the carbon and the cuts and just the design of it here. Alright, so here we have the frame, and right off the bat, I don't know if you guys can notice it, but I notice it. If you look at all the edges, you see how they're a different color from the top? They've actually, I'm not sure if it's milled down or sanded down, but they've rounded all the corners off for you. Sometimes they're pretty sharp, and people hit them up with a diamond file to keep stuff from breaking, like zip ties or battery straps. And that's really cool how they did that from the factory, but I do notice a lot of carbon dust coming off my hands, so you might want to give this a rinse in water to get that off. But it's 4mm thick base plate. The weave looks pretty good. All the holes are very well cut. I don't see any burring in any of the holes. Very strong base plate here. And it says GEP-RC up front here, so, you know, looks pretty good there. Interesting arm design, but it should be a pretty good frame for what it is. So next, let's move on to the motors. Alright, so here are the motors, and I'm sure lots of you have seen these before. These are the pretty standard Emax red bottoms, RS2205, 2300 kV motors. They come with an Allen wrench, which is nice if you don't have one, but for me, after having a lot of these motors, it gets kind of annoying. I have a whole jar full of them. You get three prop nuts, different screws for different arms, thicknesses, and one thing I just noticed in this, actually, this must be new, they've included some extra little bushings as well as these little C-clips or O-rings for the bottom, because some people have had theirs come off. A lot of people have. I've never had it happen, but that's nice that they've listened. But these are the motors here, the 2300 kV versions, which honestly I prefer for 5-inch. I find the 2600 kV is just too much for a 5-inch prop unless you go like a 50-30 tri-blade or something. I like to do a 50-40 tri-blade, and that's a sweet spot for me. But pretty nice motors. They're definitely not top of the line anymore. I would consider them probably medium-high in terms of performance, or maybe high-low. They're definitely not the best out there, but they certainly aren't the worst. And these will do just fine for this build and produce a lot of power for you. So I'm pretty happy with the motors there, and obviously you get 4, but I don't have to take them all out to show you. Alright, so next here we're moving on to the ESCs. And this is another part that I am very happy about, that I feel like they've listened and taken customer feedback with. So if we take a look here at the ESC, this is the DYS XS 30 amp. So this is a 30 amp ESC, which for a 2300 kV motor on 5-inch, honestly, you don't really need one. 20 amp will be plenty fine. But, you know, just this way, you could technically run 6S on this. I'm not sure if the motors support it, but these are 3 to 6S. I will be running 4S. These are nice ESCs with the pad here, and the biggest feature they have with the S, it runs BL Heli S, which if you don't know is different from regular BL Heli. It's smoother response, lower idle RPMs, and just generally overall a better program for the ESC there. And you get 4 of these. They come with these little covers that I like to use. You just put these inside, all the wires fit through, and they close down. Then you can zip tie that to your arm. And also, I opened this up, and it came with 2 little things of clear heat shrink. This one's just stuck together. But I think that's awesome that it comes with clear heat shrink in its own thing, because I've never had any clear heat shrink before, and I've always wanted to buy some, but I've just never found any quality stuff the right size that I thought I would want. So that's nice that it comes with it. So next, let's take a look at the video transmitter. Alright, here we are with the video transmitter, and it is the Foxeer TM25 switcher. So if we open this up, I've heard about this before. And just get a little quick sheet with the frequency table and button layout here. But if we take a closer look at here, it's a relatively large video transmitter compared to my other 200 milliwatt ones. But this can do 25, I believe 200, and also 600 milliwatt output. So that's really nice if you're racing. You can switch down to 25 for, obviously, you know, you can't just stomp other people's videos. But if you're out by yourself, switch it up to 600 and get better, longer video. It says it takes 7 to 24 volts, so that's 2 to 6S there. And it's got, once again, nice silicone. I can't believe how much silicone wires in this. I'm loving it. And the bulkhead out the end here is RP SMA with the pin in it. You can see the pin is in there. It comes with this nice little thing. On the bottom we have a button to switch channels, as well as a band or channel layout LED here. So pretty nice video transmitter. I'm definitely happy with that. That's just not some crappy little thing, but a decent quality transmitter. Okay, so next we'll take a look at the flight controller here. This is the SP Racing F3, but take a look at the Chinese writing on here. Obviously, you can tell it's just a clone of fake. I don't think I've ever actually gotten a real one of these boards. It comes with all these wires for it, nice silicone wires, but honestly, I hate these little ports on here, these little micro connectors. I do not like them. I just would much rather direct solder everything on here, so it's one of the reasons why I don't like this board. Another reason is it's not the highest quality, because you know how many clones there are. This is obviously a clone, as well as the gyros and processors on it aren't top of the line anymore. But it will do fine for this build, and it'll probably do pretty good results with the other components. It's not a huge limiting factor. because these ESCs are probably gonna be really nice for this build. So, and once I tune this up, I'll show my PIDs, and you can get yours to fly just the same. It comes with pins for it, but I'm gonna be direct soldering, and then the little case if you want to use that, but I never have. So next, let's move on to the camera and Fpb antenna. Okay, so these two things I'm very happy about with the kit. If we look here, it comes with a little AOMWay 5.8 gigahertz circularly polarized Fpb antenna, not some little rubber ducky crap thing. Once again, RPSMA. The red is RPSMA. The blue color is SMA. These antennas have decent performance, however, they are very fragile, so you might want to hit up in between the lobes here with some hot glue that doesn't block radio frequencies. And then for the camera, another thing I'm very happy about, if I can get this open, jeez, these boxes have tight tolerances. So if we take a look at the camera here, it is the Runcam Swift, which I am very happy about. You might have been wondering why the price tag of this kit was a little bit higher than some of the other ones. It's because this comes with FPV equipment, and it comes with good FPV equipment, not just some cheap crap. But the Foxeer switcher and this camera are going to be really good for FPV. This is a nice CCD camera. It's not some trash CMOS camera. It's got nice colors and good default settings, so you don't have to go in and change everything, and it comes stock with a 2.8mm lens, so I'm very happy about this camera. It's about a $40 camera, and paired with the video transmitter and antenna, this will give you a really good video signal, if you ask me. It also comes with a couple little, papers on how to connect everything up in the box, and don't lose this phone. We might use this in the build if we need it at all. So let's just get onto the props real quick. Alright, and also included is one set of props, which I'm actually kind of disappointed about. Only one set is included. Obviously, you're not going to last very long on one set, especially if you're just beginning. These are 50-40 tri-blades, so 5x4x3. And by the looks and feel of them and the price of them, I'd say these are probably King Kong propellers. Very flexible. They will work, but I'm going to be using some HQ 50-40 tri-blades. But I just would have liked to see more than one set. I know a couple other kits come with more, but it'll work. But props, obviously, I'd rather have a good selection of the other components, which it has, and bad, well, not bad, but not stellar props than the other way around, because props are the easiest thing to change. So let's just do a quick overview of all the parts lined up together. Alright, so here we are for the last quick overview of all the parts. So once again, for the frame, we have the GEP RC. I'm not really sure the X210 or not. I don't know the exact name on the frame. It's probably on here somewhere. Yeah, it's the TX5, it looks like there. It says it weighs 92 grams. There's just some more specs on it for you quick. There's a little power distribution board with some regulators, which is nice. Got the DYS XS 30 amp ESCs, which run BLHeli-S, which is awesome. That's really nice ESCs that they included. The Emax red bottoms, RS2205, 2300 kV. Pretty nice motors, not top of the line, but certainly not the bottom, and I'm very happy with this ESC motor combo. Some King Kong 50-40 tri-blade props, which I probably will never use. The SP Racing F3 Acro board, which, it'll work. It's not the best, it's not the worst, once again. Got the Foxeer switcher, which I'm pretty pretty happy about. It's a nice FPV transmitter, video transmitter there. And we have the Runcam Swift, which I am very happy about. That'll be a very nice FPV camera. And then we have the AOMWay antenna, some stickers, and just the overall hardware. And overall, I really like this kit and what they've done here with the parts, and it's a pretty nice price. And it's got some really nice quality components in here. This isn't just some cheap stuff that you've thrown together. So I think this is going to be a really high-performing copter. So stay tuned for the build videos coming up soon, and then the setup, flight, and review videos afterwards. I'll try and get them made and posted as quick as possible, and I may even end up giving this quadcopter away eventually. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to figure that out later. But please subscribe if you want already, and I will leave a link down below to my Patreon account if you wish to help and support the channel by giving a donation every month to help fund videos like this, to keep the content coming. And if you enjoy it, just, leave a like, leave a comment, whatever, leave a dislike if you didn't like it. But if you do leave a dislike, please tell me why you disliked it, because it'll help me to make the videos better, so you don't have to dislike it again. So, there we go, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.